right. Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. This is our Wednesday show. We break down all the TV kind of spoilers and all that. So, giving a little heads up, I'm still kind of under the weather. So hopefully I can stay focused.
No, you got it. Come on, this is easy. This is good
Yeah.
stuff right here.
Yeah, man, this is the stuff I love talking about, man. It's all the good stuff. So we're gonna talk about Boba Fett first, and then we'll get into we'll finish our reviews of the Witcher episodes, and then we'll get more into depth into the Cobra Kai stuff. So yeah. Oh man, and when you told me that you haven't finished watching Cobra Kai, I was like, oh man. I was like so many things I wanted to like get your opinion on. But we'll get there for sure. Yeah, man. And anything before we get started?
One thing I want to say is that when we talk about Marvel stuff, when we talk about World of Breaker Hulk, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be all over it. I'm so hyped to know that they got the rights to Hulk back again. That's gonna be
amazing. Let's talk about that real quick. Talk about that because I have no idea that even happened.
Yeah, so they released it today, basically saying that they're going to do World Breaker Hulk, and basically it's going to be about him and his son traveling through time, going through what they a travel around Sakaar, and his basically his wife will be killed, and Hulk will be the strongest Hulk that you've ever seen. So all the people that are complaining about Hulk, how they kind of taking his powers and they dummied him down and made him into something he's not. I mean, he should be the 11th strongest entity ever created.
Yeah,
he should continuously get stronger. This is what you're going to get with him. World Breaker Hulk he's going to kill everybody.
Is this the MCU thing or with Mark Ruffalo or?
Yes, with Mark Ruffalo.
Okay. So shit, I'm looking at where'd you see it at?
Oh, there's videos everywhere about
it. Yeah, I gotta look this up because I was like, shit, because that'd be super cool. So it'll be like a prequel,
in between, cool, kind of, but also it's going to be after Sakaar, but you're going to revisit a lot of things in Sakaar that happened. So you're going to it's going to piece it all back together.
Okay.
So like, I think what did I watch? I watched Everything Always. I watched Den of Nerds, whatever. And they all kind of the same sources are saying that this is going to be a big thing. It's going to be huge. It's going to be very dark. It's basically be what Ed Norton wanted to do originally. Remember Ed Norton? He wanted to be real dark. Hulk is a serious thing. That's basically the direction they're going to go with this.
Yeah. That'd be super, super cool if that's how they. I mean, you kind of have to go super dark with stuff like that. It's because the Hulk, as fluffy as they make him in the MCU, he's really not that. I mean, he's a destructive monster, so
I believe in this thing is the Illuminati kills his wife, or he blames the Illuminati for the death of his wife, and they send him off world, and he just goes nuts. So it's basically released that it's going to happen, and I'm super excited.
Okay, because I mean, I don't know if you ever seen the cartoon, the animated cartoon that they did with it. That was pretty good. That was pretty fun. It was a little different than the comic book, but I enjoyed it.
Well, this is going to be different too because I mean we already had Ragnarok, so Ragnarok is going to it's going to be very difficult to how to kind of do all these things.
Yeah, because it's like a lot of World War Hulk already kind of happened in Ragnarok. That'd be super, super cool. If that's what's wind up happening, I can't wait for that one. I feel like the Hulk always has good stories, just poor execution in the past. At least with solo films.
Agreed. I gotta agree. But I feel like they didn't have the rights to, so they didn't do a lot. They didn't go be adventurous like they should be. Marvel's
Yeah,
usually someone who pushes buttons, they push the envelope, and they have not done.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we have uh Edward Norton's one was pretty awesome.
It was
Yeah, I mean that
unbelievable.
was
So,
the last good Hulk. All the rest kind of sucked.
so it says World War Hulk slated to begin production in 2022.
Oh, so soon.
So this they're starting it this year. This is going to happen, and everyone knows
That
it's in
that's
development.
awesome.
The development is happening. It's going to be very dark. Yeah, so it's going to be exactly everything that we've been looking for World War Hulk. It's going to be there.
That I can't wait because that's gonna be super awesome.
I mean, I think it's just so crazy. I mean, because he has such a good story, and he should be the most powerful. Him and Thor should be right there, and Thanos should not have been able to kick his butt like he did. You know, what they did to him in Infinity War and Endgame was just wrong. You know, he is a madman. I mean, he should not. There's no one that should have been able to do anything to him.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. It should have been. Yeah, and that's the one big thing I have a problem with the movies is they never gave that it's proper story telling. You know, it's like okay, maybe he beat Hulk and it freaked him out or whatever if you want to get there, but it's like you never fix the problem. You just buried it like, oh, Hulk went away and he never came back. Like literally never came back. Because at that point it was just like he became Professor Hulk. And so it's like, I want to know why. Like I don't know.
But they set that up because you saw in the last movie, we saw Bruce Banner was no longer Professor Hulk. So Bruce
Yeah.
Banner's going to take over his life. He's going to meet somebody. He's going to get married. He's going to have a son and all that. And then when the Hulk comes back out, he's going to be pissed also at Bruce Banner. Because you know what? Bruce Banner always looks out for him first. Never looks out for Hulk.
Yeah.
I think that's going to also be part of the issue. You know, like you always want my help, but you never want to have my back.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if you read any of the new comic books. I know it's like going way off base, but then there's a new comic book where he becomes literally like a spaceship, kind of. Like it's really weird. It's so the Hulk, but he's piloted by Bruce Banner, right? And the fuel is the Hulk. But it's all inside his head kind of thing. It's really interesting. It's really very, very, very different. And it just came out not too long ago.
I think I like that.
Yeah, so it's like the Hulk, but he's being controlled by Bruce Banner, who's literally in a pilot seat that he made in his head, and he made a room that he can like turn up the like a thruster to make the the what people see as the Hulk outside. Yep. He can make the Hulk inside the body. Like it's really, really trippy when it's like messing with heads and stuff like that. Very different, and I'm kind of curious of where they're gonna take it. Where they're going to take it because Bruce Banner is like crazy at this point. He's like, oh, you all feared Hulk, but I'm the real guy you should be fear of. I was like, damn.
Yes, but isn't that what he said? He's like, you don't know. I'm always angry. That's what he said. He told everybody, he warned you from the beginning. And then after you lose your family, and then your son becomes the same thing and has the same problems you're having. Woo, boy, it's going to be something else. And that's it. I mean, he has to be dark, and I mean he's going to defeat the Juggernaut because I mean World War Hulk, he just goes through and slapping people, killing everybody.
He gets everybody.
I mean, that's just going to be amazing. So doing that live action is going to be really strange, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I think they could do it. They could do it. So that I'm super excited. So I can't wait for that, man, because that's going to be something super fun for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Man, I can't wait for that. You just want to jump right into
Why not do Boba?
Boba? All right.
I was telling them off the screen that we were. I woke up at 3:00 in the morning, just like, let's go. Just,
for Boba. Oh man, obviously when I first woke up from being like sick, I was I think we ate breakfast and we watched Boba in the morning. And then we went back to sleep.
that's a great day.
not really, man. I wish it felt better.
I wake up in the morning and just be like, whatever. I'm gonna watch Boba and go back to sleep.
But yeah, man. So this is the 3rd episode. How did you like it? Just overall, real quick.
I was thankful that there was less flashbacks, and that was intense. Yeah. Seeing some of those things. I mean, him going back and seeing everyone, the whole tribe, killed. That was something. And then even the modern, the today's stuff was crazy too. And seeing, and the Wookiee, the killer Wookiee was coming after him. The evil Wookiee was awesome. The fight, it was like fighting a bear, just random as ever. It was. I like this episode probably the most all the ones so far.
Yeah. I was a little upset when they started doing another memory. I was like, oh, another memory, but this one really hit hard. Yeah. This memory was hardcore. I was like, damn. I did not expect him to come back and like everyone's dead, like full dead. Anakin Skywalker. Yeah, like the kids he killed. They killed everybody. I was like, damn.
Had them on fire. Like the people that taught him everything and showed him everything. I mean, that was just unbelievable. Yeah. That they'll do that.
Yeah. That was super sad. I was not expect. I just wasn't expecting it. I thought the flashback was going to be like him telling him he has to go and do his Mando shit, but it wasn't. And now it makes more sense why he wears the black underneath the armor still. It's like he's still, because before he always wore the white. Yep. Yeah, so I was like, he's still honoring the Tusken, but now he has the Mando and the Tusken kind of stuff together, which is kind of interesting.
So, just maybe if I missed something, who killed all of them? Was it the motorcycles? Was it the motorcycle people, or was it the people that they were charging?
The Pikes.
That said, "Oh, we have no problem doing that," because the Pikes are the ones that are going to fight him for control of that little area. So yeah, I felt like they're foreshadowing that maybe they did this to Tusken people.
Yeah. Well, you saw the
double edge, the 2 J's,
whatever
for the bikers, whatever.
Yeah, but it could be that could be a decoy kind of thing.
Because when you saw the Pikes at the end, and I was like, okay, why are they're here to challenge you for ruling that area? Was it them that did that? I don't know.
Yeah, but also that would have been years before, though.
Yeah, this is at least.
So yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're still gonna get more flashbacks. I think because now the bikers are not around now, like in the newer stuff. So I wonder if he took care of them, kind of stuff. But also by taking care of them, the Pikes have free range. It's like, well, they got rid of you and you got rid of them, so we're not gonna pay one guy.
We're not paying anybody.
Yeah. So it was really, really good. But the what was it? The Wookiee's name is Black Chrysanta.
Mm-hmm.
Chrysantin. That's what it is. He's a badass, man. I didn't know. I guess he was in a couple comic books before. So I went up looking him up after the last episode, and I guess he fought with Obi-Wan and I guess he has a scar over over his eye. You can kind of see it in the fur, and I guess what's his name gave him that. Obi-Wan gave him that like slash with his lightsaber. So I'm like, that's kind of interesting. So they could definitely tie this in with the Kenobi show that's going to come in. You know, you can see him again there.
You know they got to do that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I like him. He's a super cool character. He's got like the electric brass knuckles and shit, and he's all spiked out.
I was a little disappointed though that they didn't kill him. Man, he's disappointing me more and more about that. Like, you gotta kill somebody. How you gonna be the warlord of the area? You're not killing anybody.
Yeah. And also they keep calling him Daimo, or was it Daimo? The Daimo, and I was like, that's straight samurai shit. You know, it's like, so it's just funny how like George Lucas like borrowed a lot from like other stuff, you know, like obviously
the spice and
the sand planet.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean,
they make it all the same universe, so I thought that was pretty cool too.
Yeah. I mean, the whole Mandalorian was based on ancient samurai like story that they made into a movie with, you know, the guy and the baby, and he has to save the baby and stuff like that. And it's been retold a bazillion times, like in different like cowboys and stuff like that before. So
but when you see a little Yoda, baby's different.
Oh, speaking of, real quick, if anybody is a Disney Insider member, where, you know, that's where you use the points, your Disney points, they have an exclusive Mando holding Grogu for 400 points, and you can get a Funko Pop.
Really?
And it's only today, the 12th, January 12th, that you can get it. Or it might, no, I think it's I don't know, but it started today. So I got mine. Like, I woke up and I'm like, oh yeah. And because I get notifications for that because I have so many Disney points. So I wind up getting the exclusive and it's him without the helmet.
Really?
So it's Mando without the helmet, the Funko Pop holding Baby Yoda. And I'm like, 400 points? Yep. I'm getting that.
It's gonna be like, I'm saying, that episode of Family Guy where he's like, here you go, sir. Here's a piece of paper with my name on it. Write any amount on there, and I'll pay it. Don't worry about it. Thank
you. Yeah, but those are always fun to do. But yeah, I mean, everything this episode, going back to Boba, was pretty awesome. The fight scene was super cool. He gets his butt kicked a lot. You know, we noticed from episode 1.
Someone who's supposed to be a badass, he's really getting his butt kicked all the time. It doesn't make any sense. Like, Black Chrysanthemum was throwing him around like it was nothing. Yeah. I mean, he was throwing everybody around too, but I'm just saying, come on, you're supposed to be Boba Fett. You're supposed to be it.
I mean, the one thing I would give him is every time he's got his butt kicked, it was either he got like surprised attack, or he was already like weak,
half dead.
Yeah. So I'll give him that. I was like, no one ever really, and there was the one time the ninja guys, the assassins, tried killing him and Fennec, and you know, they whooped their butts, and that was a surprise attack, and they whooped them. So
I mean, it's obviously he's a survivor, and also, I mean, his people. So like, he took care of it even after was it Black Chrysanthemum bit one of the bodyguards, those pig things, whatever.
Yeah.
And he let them use his chamber. Hey, get him in my chamber. Let's go get him healed. It was like because he's leading the family. He really is making all these people like a family, and that's why they're going to follow him.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. He's like, "Oh, we'll put him in the what the hell is the chamber thing?" Yep. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, you have other people that probably like, nah. Like, if he dies, he dies, kind of shit.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. How do you feel about Danny Trejo being the Rancor trainer?
First of all, I just love that he's in it. I was like,
Yeah.
he has to have a machete first off. That's all. I want to make sure he has a machete.
It is Robert Rodriguez directing it, so.
And he said, I've used him so often that I know exactly how to use Danny. That's what he said. I read.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah. He's like, I know exactly how to use it. Don't worry about it. But the Rancor was, I mean, a baby, and how they described him was like a pit bull almost.
Yeah.
Very oriented, imprints on his master, will do anything for it. Because every time I saw it, I thought it was just like a killing machine.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems more like it's a family pet that that you take care of and you love and you spend time with. And by the end,
also
I'm makes Boba that's gonna be able to ride it around.
Yeah, which is gonna be sick. That'd be so sick. But it kind of, it's a very big callback to Return of the Jedi. When Luke kills the first Rancor, and you had the big fat white guy crying. It was like, and you're just like, oh, it was kind of silly. But now it makes more sense. It's like, it's definitely more of a parent, kid kind of relationship.
That family member thing, like, I know you have pets, I'm a dog guy. If anything happens to my dog, I'm going to be in shambles, and that's inconsolable. And that's kind of what it is. Like, it happens to it, and you're inconsolable. But it kind of opened my eyes a lot to that too.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, there's what, 3 more episodes left. If by by episode 6, if he's not writing this thing, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
He has to, in battle, he has to be writing it, scaring everyone. It's like eating everything out, and just destroying people's, knocking their heads off. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. But I don't know if you ever watched the Bad Batch.
They
have
yes.
So they do a Rancor with a baby Rancor, and I guess there's that episode with the Rancor from the Bad Batch, who was like an infant Rancor, and they're saying this one is probably younger than that one. So this one's like a baby. So I was like, damn. So I mean, this thing is still huge, and it's gonna get bigger and more terrifying. So hopefully they don't kill it early.
And Boba's gonna be riding around and just that'd be cool. That'd be really awesome.
That'd be super fun. But yeah, man, what do you think about like the Hutts just kind of like taking off?
That's exactly what I was going to ask. I was like, the fact that the Hutts just like, all right, they promised somebody else. See ya. My bad.
Yeah.
Tried to kill you yesterday. Yeah. That was yesterday. Why you always talking about yesterday? Today, here you go. Here's your gift. I'll see you later. We're going back.
Yeah.
Going back home. And just
I was like, we're not dealing with it.
Weird. They're like, it's crazy that you could try to kill somebody and then show up at that front door and just ring the doorbell. It's like that's crazy. Hey, the Hut's outside.
That's exactly what they did.
What? That was amazing.
They just come in, they're like, listen, my bad. But we're gonna head out, and we're letting you know you should head out. That's the thing too, is like they told him like, hey, you should head out too.
Yeah,
because it's not worth it. Because the Pikes, the Pikes are like legit. The Pikes they showed up in the Solo movie. I don't know. I don't think that's the first time we saw them, because I think they showed up in Clone Wars a few times, and I think the first time we actually. What happened?
I feel like I've seen them in something else too.
I know they were in Clone Wars, and especially they played a big part in the last season 7, the new season of Clone Wars, and they were in the Solo movie. They might have been some other things here and there, but they're I mean, they're like the Hutts are badass, like mob. These guys are like another level, kind of mob level. So it's gonna be interesting. I think what's gonna happen, and they look really cool, man. Just the way they
look like fish frog people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that it's going to be really interesting where they go with this. But my fear is, so this is episode 3. We only got 3 more episodes. There's a lot of loose ends to try to really tie up, and there's a lot of information that we still don't know. Like we've
Yeah.
only gotten like 3 days of today. Everything's been like all the past, like got like 4 full hours of what was happening today's day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. They gotta figure it out. They gotta figure out, like, at least I just think I have no idea where they're gonna take it. Like, I can kind of see what they're gonna do. They're like, Boba Fett's gonna team up with the other gangs in the area, and they're gonna try to beat off the Pikes, kind of thing, and then
I mean,
after
that's what he's
that, I
doing
don't know.
already. That's why I
Yeah.
even like the guys who say, "Oh, they're stealing my water," and he just enlisted the entire gang. He's like, "Hey, y'all hungry? Y'all want to work? Let's go." Took the whole
Yeah.
thing. Like, all right, he's trying to increase his numbers, and I mean, I think that's going to help a lot. But I guess the Pikes, it seems like they got like a billion people, just like ready to go.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what could happen, but I'm also at the same point, I was like, I feel like it could be a big letdown. I feel like by the end of this one, I might not be as happy at the end of this season as I was with like Mandalorian.
You said it first. You said it's the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
It's just a story, stories, and it might not have a beginning or middle or end. It's just going to be to give him a glimpse of his life then, and that will suck. It'll be
I
very
know.
angry.
I know. Man, I really do hope they tie it in more with Mandalorian. Like, I hope the end of this sets up the beginning of season 3 of Mandalorian. But I don't know. Maybe they
might be
keep it separate.
Solo. Yeah, it might just be on Solo or whatever. What is it? Obi-Wan, stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited to see where it's gonna go. I enjoyed this episode a lot. I thought it was really fun. But yeah, I don't have the same excitement as I did for the Mandalorian. I don't know if that, I know it kind of sucks. That's not the way it sounds, but it's just something's missing still. Something's missing. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. Something's missing. And I don't
Baby
know
Yoda.
Yeah, right. A little green thing.
So where's Grogu? We need a Grogu type thing.
Yeah,
and that's why the Mancore, whatever that Rancor, that's what it's going to be. The exact opposite.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the whole any Jedi is missing. There's no Jedi. There's no Force. There's no like magic, quote unquote.
In Star Wars without Jedi. That's crazy.
Yeah. I think this is probably the first one. I think because Mando obviously had a lot of with Baby Yoda being a big one. Even all the spin-offs had something related to either dark side, light side, of the Force. This has nothing to do with the Force, and I think
it's just the universe. What's happening out there.
And I wonder if that's the part that's missing, where it feels like there's a piece missing of the puzzle,
Yep.
But overall, I'm enjoying it.
So what are you going to grade it? We grade this episode.
This one's definitely a watch now, I think. The fight scene alone was pretty cool. Yep. The way Black Chrysanthemum looks is really cool, man. I like it. He looks really, really badass. And plus everything else is really cool. I mean, the chase scene was kind of funny, stupid. It was like the slowest chase scene ever. but
as we're walking.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool though. But I'll give it a now. especially if you're a Star Wars fan, you gotta watch it now.
Exactly. I think all Star Wars fans know that this is definite now, and then if you're a casual fan, I think this episode is really good for casual fans too. I think they will also pick it up and they'll like it too.
Yeah.
You know what I would love to see? I want to see Black Chrysanthemum against Chewie.
Yeah, that would be super awesome. That would be super, super awesome. I wonder. I don't think Chewie would win that one though.
Because Chewie's so nice, and I mean he's strong and smart, but he's just nice. He's not aggressive like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not a bad guy. He's not an assassin. Like this guy is a freaking assassin. A pit fighter assassin that so he's more of a badass.
I gotta say that I was really surprised that the Hutts were just like, hey, if you want to kill him, kill him. You want to take him and have him as your slave, do it. Go ahead. They're like, yeah. He's just a guy. Yeah, no, though.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of messed up, but luckily Boba was cool.
But he didn't even look like he was like, yeah, that's what I expected. It wasn't a surprise or anything.
Mm-hmm. He was like, yeah. But Boba being badass is like, let him free. Kind of like he'll come back. He'll come back.
But
what about you?
This is definitely a now. This is a definite now. Best episode so far. I hope this is getting the ball rolling, and by episode 6, we're like ready to enjoy what they built. But right now, they're taking too long building all these ancillary things and not enough giving us a great story, and that's my only problem, my only complaint right now.
Yeah. Hopefully, it gets there. It got 3 more episodes to get there, but it needs to get there. And I really want to see a Jedi. I want to see a Jedi, or I want to see a Sith. I get that there's not many around right now, but
something. Wait, what do you think about those clones on Pikes?
That was cool. I think we saw that in Mandalorian. The same thing in Mandalorian, which was kind of cool.
But I feel like Boba should feel a certain type of way about that, a little bit more than everyone else. So, oh man.
Yeah. Well, technically they're stormtroopers, not the clone troopers, because by then all the clone troopers
are gone.
Are gone. Which we found out in the Bad Batch. So he might not be as angry. He's like, screw the replacements. So yeah. But I'm excited. I'm still good. I'm still waiting for Wednesdays. I'm just not as hyped as I was before, which kind of sucks. But
I think isn't that what Star Wars does compared to Marvel? That's another thing why Kevin Feige is amazing. Keeps you always wanting more.
Yeah, he knows his things. All right.
What's next?
What are we doing next? So we're doing Witcher. So we're doing the last 3 episodes of The Witcher, and this I gotta look up real quick because I don't remember. Episode 6. I wind up watching a bunch of other stuff about The Witcher, because I never finished a video game and I never read any of the books. So this is the most Witcher story I've known. And I'm enjoying it, but I guess a lot of people who like the books and stuff are not.
Yeah, I keep seeing all these complaints, and I'm like surprised. Like, really? I thought this was awesome. Everything was great, and they're like, "No, this is nothing like the book. You're not doing any of these things right."
Yeah. So, which kind of sucks, but also was like, if it wants to be its own thing, I'm okay with that, and kind of like take the story in different directions and do different things. I'm cool with that. I'm never one to be like, it needs to be an exact copy, of the book or whatever. I was like, if it, as long as it once it gets to the same place and do different things as it gets there, I'm cool with that. You got
your own liberties, right? I mean, that's what Marvel takes its own liberties. Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
took its own liberties. I mean, Harry Potter, all these great books to film, or even comic books to film, they take their own liberties. They make something else out of it. You don't want to just
Yeah.
recycle the same story. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't mind it. I don't mind it. And with this, the guy I was watching on YouTube was like just saying like he goes, this is not The Witcher. This is not The Witcher. This is like blah blah blah. He's like he goes, it's okay, I guess, but it's not The Witcher. And I'm like, I think it's pretty good. You know, not knowing anything, you know. Same thing with Game of Thrones. I never read any of the books, but I enjoyed the TV show, you know, until the end.
Yeah,
So
I enjoyed it to see who wins, but
yeah,
I feel the same way about The Witcher. I feel like I've enjoyed the ride. I thought in everything they've done made sense. Nothing was stupid, you know. And this doesn't make any sense. It follows perfect logic, especially as a guy with Geralt and Ciri, as a guy with two daughters. I tell you, it makes perfect sense the way that things are going on. You know, and
yeah,
then and how Yin and Geralt are, for each other. It makes sense. Everything follows their character arcs. It makes total sense, and I have no problem with any of it. So that's why I don't know. Maybe if I read the book first, I would have a problem with it. But usually in the book, you can suspend reality. Things that don't make sense, you can just go ahead and do. I think in a movie,
yeah,
you have to make things make sense for people. You have to connect the dots for them. They're not just going to
yeah,
believe
yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's obviously, you know, the different mediums between books and you know video, but for what it is, it's worth. I'm enjoying it,
you. Mm-hmm.
even though one guy said, he goes, there's only one or two things that happen in the books that happen in season 2. Season 2 is its own thing. They're like, it is nothing like the books, which I'm like, okay, then enjoy it for what it is. For me, that's how I feel. You know,
Well, and what
but
I heard was that Geralt and Ciri weren't the way that they're portraying them, but the way they portraying them makes more sense. So
yeah, I like their relationship.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
Geralt was almost winning Father of the Year.
yeah, yeah. Seriously,
So I
seriously.
mean, is that kind of where we are in episode 6? So Ciri
Hmm.
wants to take the trial of the grasses, and Geralt is like, "Ain't no way in hell." That's basically what's going on.
Yeah, well,
And he's
they had took off. Yeah,
yeah,
they left the
left the
Witcher
what is
castle
it
thing.
called? They're going to Sintra right now.
Uh, is it
No, no, no,
Sintra?
no, 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 no,
Oh
no,
no,
no.
they're
They're
going
going
to
to
that
the place, the temple,
the temple thing.
Mutatel or something like that.
Hmm.
I don't know if is that how you say it, but I think that's what it is. To
Yeah,
me, then what was it? Naneke? I don't remember her name. Naneke. I
I
think
think
that's
that's
it.
yeah. I forgot what her name was, but it was almost like a monk kind of temple kind of thing, which was
It seemed
kind of cool.
didn't it seem like the other side of Geralt? Like it seemed like the other side of the coin. So like you have the Witcher. So you have his father's side, and she was like his mother's side. The
Mm,
nurturing, the one who
hmm.
understood magic and understood how the world works. It seemed like that was
Yeah,
it. Finally saw the other side of him
yeah,
and why he is who he is.
yeah. Well, I think they said like that's where they sent the Witchers there. So like after like you do all the badass shit and get all beaten up, then you go here and you learn, you know, kind of stuff. So I'm like, yeah. So it's like, yeah, you get like the dad, you know, making you into a man type of thing, and then you go and you like the nurturing and knowledge part and stuff. So it's kind of interesting. But I like it was supposed to be this place of peace. Like it's
Yeah,
neutral. No one's
totally
supposed
new.
to fight in here. You know, so I was like, it was kind of cool. Oh well, before that, we missed a big part. one of the main characters dies in this episode, right in the beginning.
Oh,
So on their way to the temple, they wind up talking about they wind up getting was it the beast, that wing beast that showed up in the last episode at
oh,
the monolith. So it winds up attacking Siri while she's on Roach, and Roach winds up getting hurt really, really bad. And it really sucked. It's a horse. And I was like so upset that like Geralt like has to put down Roach.
Roach. But once again, like a father again, he was so like telling her, no, you are safe because of this. Roach, knew what he was doing, and this is what my responsibility. And he just didn't even blink, doesn't hesitate. And I know it's like his honor. He's like drawn to her, and this is what he's doing. He's a child surprise that they're drawn together, and they're fated to be together. Together, but he just, without hesitation, acts like a father.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing I would do with my kids. That's what he was doing, and I thought that was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Without having years of anything, they love each other already.
Yeah. I mean, also I think he's a very caring kind of person. I mean, like compared to some of the other witchers and stuff like that, he doesn't like, he takes their rules to heart. He goes, we don't kill out of vengeance, we kill to protect people. So it's like he plays by the rules. So it's like he has a very good moral compass, so I feel like that really helps him out. And they're not supposed to feel, they're not supposed to love or feel any kind of feelings, but obviously
He feels more
he
deeply
does.
than anyone, like even regular people.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah. I mean, he
love
flat out loves
hard.
Yennefer. Yeah. So, and then Roach was like his buddy, which was super upsetting. So
It hurt. I was watching. I was like, man, I can't even enjoy this. This is so bad.
I know that was so really, really sad.
I was
like,
like, man, you got all this match, this chaos match. You can't fix Roach. Jeez,
I know, right?
what you doing, Siri?
I know.
And
But
we have, so we're going back there, back to was it Mia Tale, whatever it's called, Mila Tale, and we have Yen also going there. How did she know he was there? Did the witch tell her that she was there? I
I think
don't remember.
I don't remember. I think she knew. I think the witch told her that the girl was there, that Siri was there.
Okay.
And I don't think she knew Siri was with I don't think she didn't. She didn't know who Siri was.
Yeah.
She finds out in this episode. But yeah, this is the first time all three of them technically meet each other. Siri, Yennefer, and then Yennefer and Geralt. It's like you're not dead. I see you're alive, type of thing. So
But you see how much he's in love with her, just over the moon with her, but yet still being the dad guy, still being like, all right, yeah, I'm loving being with you, hanging out with you, but it's about 8:00. The streetlights are on. I gotta go check on my kid. They're hanging out and doing all this stuff, and he's still, worried about her more.
yeah. Sorry, I was kind of going through stuff. Yeah,
I mean, and then Sirius learned that she's the child of destiny. Everyone knows that she's the child of destiny, but no one knows what that really means.
Yeah. They're just trying to figure it out and stuff like that, and I think she knows she has magic. And is it this episode where she starts to teach her some things?
Yep. And they gave her the little ball, whatever, and Yen is starting to, she taught her how to,
open a portal,
stuff.
Right?
Yeah, open a portal, and she teaches her how to control her chaos a little bit better.
Yeah.
On call.
Yeah. But I think what was her name? The head lady in charge of the temple. She kind of knew.
Was it Ninke, whatever it is?
Yeah. She kind of knew. She's like, she goes, she isn't just chaos. Like she doesn't like control chaos or blah 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 like all the other mages do. It's like, no, she is chaos. You know, I mean, it's like she is like this ultimate kind of thing. It's like
The
she knew.
elder
She goes,
blood.
yeah.
But once
Yeah.
again,
So
she didn't judge her. She didn't force her to do anything else. Just kind of let her be.
yeah.
I thought that was
So
pretty awesome.
yeah. So I don't know. You want to finish like up their story before we move on to some of their because there's a few other little side stories that go on.
Because you also talk about what you call it getting back, and then Fringilla having to deal with the elves.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
kind of like, because was it Philandro? Was Philandro is basically training the rest of the elves, right? So they're teaching them how to get ready for war, how to prepare for battle, and all those things. And then what's called Francesca go into labor?
Yeah. She
Right,
winds up getting in the labor, and then Fringilla, I guess, helps give birth.
like a midwife almost.
Yeah, basically. And oh, that's right. The baby was dead.
Yep.
Pretty much, or and then she
stillbirth, and then somehow
yeah.
she did something.
I think she just stimulated the baby, like rub the feet or like rub the chest or something like that, which is kind of that's what you're supposed to do. But then that's sort of like, oh, black magic, and it was like, what magic did you go? She goes, no magic, so it was like a miracle baby,
And it's a chance for elves, that live for all these years to replenish themselves and no longer need to be in war or feel the need to be a part of humans' parts, their stuff, because they could just go replenish their own numbers. Elves haven't been able to do that for 30 years, 40 years, whatever. So now that they can do that themselves, they don't need you. We'll make one and we'll be around for forever. We'll wait you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That changes everything.
Yeah. And Frangilla's kind of stuck in the middle because like does she continue helping out the elves, or does she go and help out what's his name? Shahir?
Yeah,
Shahir. The guy in charge of
Nilfgaardian and the White Flame and all that other crap.
Yeah, so it's like, oh man, so it's like she's kind of stuck in a really weird spot. It's like, what does she do? Like she wants to help the elves, but
she likes her friend. She likes Francesca, whatever. But the king is coming. The emperor is coming right now. So she has to, the emperor's on the way to Central, and she has to watch her back, or she'll be another dead mage.
Yeah. So all that's happening while that's all going down and stuff like that. So that's kind of crazy. And then I think that's what's his name? The other love interest, not Cohen. Is it Cohen? Istrid.
Yeah, Istrid.
He goes to these like this library book people, and then he starts they start figuring out who Siri really is. Kind of. Yeah, so that plays into a lot later stuff like that.
Doesn't Triss go what she
goes back.
Yeah.
Yeah, she decides to go back to
Kaer Morhen, whatever.
Kaer Morhen, yeah. I keep forgetting these names.
Yeah, it's like so hard to remember the names, but she goes back to Kaer Morhen and she talks to her what you call it. And
well, she doesn't go back. I think she says she's gonna go back, right? Oh no, she does show up at the end.
She does. Yeah.
Yeah.
and she wants to
Yeah.
tell to Seiya whatever about Siri, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then to Seiya first thing she does, go tell somebody else.
Ugh, God. Yeah.
Um, and that I mean that just totally turned Triss off, and just couldn't believe that. Hey, I think Triss thought that they were all on equal footing, and I think she need to realize that Yin is the only special one. Everyone else is, nice that they're there.
Yeah. 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 Basically.
Nice to see you.
Um.
That's it.
Yeah. So you want to finish the what happens with Yen
What she
and
does,
Siri at the
yeah. I
temple?
mean,
Yeah. And then we'll move on to
so
episode 7.
so they attack the temple. They are coming in looking for Siri, and Yin gets Siri to while Geralt is holding down the temple. Uh, Yin gets Siri to open up a portal, and Geralt running trying to get into the portal before disappears, and Yin takes Siri, and they're off on their own, and he has no idea where
Yeah.
they are.
Oh,
That's
you
so
saw his heart break because they see each other through the like a crack in the door, and he's like,
weird.
like,
Not you, Yin.
don't do
Don't do
this.
this to me.
And
Not
she
you.
just like took off, and I was like, oh, you like literally see his heart break like in his eyes. He's just like, oh, like feels so bad.
Like it's like not you, not you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the one person I really love, and you gonna do
Hmm.
this to me, and I have to kill you because I will kill you over my daughter. That's basically
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like-
But he's
it reminds
go
me of
ahead.
what I tell my wife. Like I love my wife with all my heart. She is literally my favorite person in the world. She is my best friend, and I will throw her in front of a moving bus to save my children. And that's kind of what it is with him. Like it's just like, hey, I love you and I love her all, but you know what? I will kill her, snap her neck to save Siri, and that's just what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm watching it right now. Just go. He like looks at her through the door. He's like, Yen, stop. And she just like responds like, I wish I could. And then they just walk through the portal. I was like, oh, and you just like you see his heart break. Literally, he just like can't believe like what happened.
I literally
But
hated you
yeah.
right for that one moment. I hated her. I literally did.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
you're my
Yeah.
favorite character, and now I kind of hope you burn.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what happens at pretty much all of that episode. The fight scene was really awesome in the temple with
Yes.
the fire guy. The fire guy is after Siri, so that's why they have to run. And that fight scene with the fire guy and his people or his little gang, and Geralt just f's him up.
And he annihilates all of them. It's so
Oh,
weird. Like he's a Witcher, but come on, he is badass. He's better than all the other Witchers.
yeah, yeah. He was
That's
that was
weird.
that was
What?
super fun. Yeah, that was a super fun like fight scene. Like legit, I enjoyed that fight scene a lot, a lot. So, but yeah, it was a good episode. It's definitely building towards something. Like you're like, oh shit, where are they going? What's happening? What's Yen gonna do? And so I was like, so excited.
That was such a good episode. I think about it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you just want to get into episode 7?
So let's go 7 right away. Yeah. Change
So
of heart.
episode 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go ahead and see if you remember any of this episode 7.
I'm kind of going through real quick. I'm trying to remember like some of the parts in it because it's been a while since I watched it.
I mean, it's
Oh,
really
the
all about change
one
of
of the
heart.
yeah, one of the best parts of it though was Geralt goes. He knows he has to go after Yen, right? And he knows
Oh, that was so good.
he knows, so he has to go and get and save what's his name?
Who the
I remember,
bard? What's his name?
the bard. I keep wanting
Yo,
to call
his,
him uh
what
Night.
is his name? Oh my gosh.
They have him listed here as Dandelion, but I'm like that. I know it's not Dandelion
No.
because that's his name in his
Yes, gear. Yes, gear.
yes gear. Yes
Yeah.
gear. Yeah, yes gear.
That was
So he goes
emotional.
in. Oh, it was so good. It was so good because it was just like he said sorry, but he kind of didn't. It was just them back together is like what I wanted. It was like it sucks. It's episode 7. They barely get back together. I was like, what the heck?
But it was
But
so good. They needed it, and Yaskier got everything he needed from that
mhm.
moment. You know, gave him a hug. I mean, come on, Geralt giving someone a hug. That means that's leap of bounds. I mean, he did something serious to be able to do that. I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty awesome, and it's so weird. Yaskier forgave him so fast.
I think he knows. I think he knows. He's a guy with a short. I won't say not short temper because he doesn't have a short temper, but he's a guy who's not supposed to have a short temper. So when all the emotions take the best of him, it's hard to like, hey, you're supposed to be a guy that has all your emotions in check,
Mm.
but you just dealt with a bunch at once that you don't know how to deal with. And it happens. People fight and stuff like that. It's just you kind of forgive and move on and stuff like that. And I mean, and plus he's saving him from a jail. So how mad can you be at him? So
No, leave me here.
yeah. So that was kind of cool. And then Yen is still kind of not telling Siri what is going to happen. She keeps telling her like, "Oh, Geralt's here. We're gonna go and save Geralt. He's here because they captured him." And Siri, being a dumb kid, is like, "Oh, really? Yeah."
I
Also,
need
it's
to go
like
see him.
there's no reason to not trust Yen because all the stories that Geralt told is like, yeah, she's awesome. I love her.
I love her, and this is and what he was very tight-lipped on yet, but she wants to know why this guy that who's my only father figure is in love with her. She has to
Yeah,
be good. Like she
yeah,
wants her to be good. She wants to believe in her,
yeah,
and I feel Yin feels that too. She's like, oh, this little girl really wants me to be the best of me, and
yeah,
that starts to eat at her.
yeah. It definitely does. Um, also, she starts teaching her stuff. She starts telling her. She goes, "This is what you need." Like she kind of like, "Hey, I used to be a badass." Like they're on the horses and stuff like that, and and kind of tells her like, "I know what it is to be a badass," and blah blah blah, and they had that very like a mom daughter kind of talk. I felt like almost
But it was
like
almost like
screw
how
what
Yin was
people.
with Seiya.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like it was that
yeah,
type of thing, but even more motherly because she can't cross the line because Geralt will kick her butt. You know,
yeah, yeah. I would say more of like an aunt,
yeah,
and like a niece kind of thing. It's like like you can curse, it's like and be the cool aunt and
she's a
stuff
cool
like
aunt.
that, or the cool, and that's what I kind of felt like she was trying to do. You know, Also, was like she kind of like realized like, oh shit, she does got some power. Like she
Yeah,
was able to make a portal like in seconds without any training. It's like either she's really powerful or you're really a good teacher.
like what
So
Yin it took Yin 20 years and all type of stuff to really learn how to use her portal, and it took Siri 14 minutes.
yeah,
So it was like 14 minutes. She was
yeah,
like, "Oh yeah, I can do that. Yeah, no problem. I can do that. I
yeah.
can do it again."
Yeah, the whole like trying to do the bridge thing was
Mhm.
pretty awesome, and like you could tell like how passionate Siri is on like not failing, especially not failing for Geralt. You know what I mean? The same that we saw that when she did the whole the that trial thing. What is that called?
Yeah,
I can't think of it.
trial the grasses, whatever. Oh no, you're
Yeah,
talking about for
no,
the
the
through the
with the
obstacle course.
spinning things, the obstacle course. Yeah,
Yeah.
my God, sorry, still got the brain frog. But yeah, it's like she didn't want to fail at the obstacle course because she didn't want to fail for Geralt. And same thing here. He's like, she, building the bridge where to the point she almost killed herself. She was bleeding from her eyes, which is kind of crazy.
But the fact that she has that much chaos and has to try to control that, and that fact that
Yeah.
Yin was able to get her to control some of it, I think it started to
Yeah.
really eat at Yin and started to really get her to see how special she is.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And then she like teleported without even trying. She just like freaked out and they teleported across the river. And
Good girl.
yeah, that's the point where I'm like, Yen starts to realize like, oh shit, what am I doing? What am I doing? I think that's the part, so I was kind of like, okay. And then
You can see her changing, seeing the whole tides changing, and her realizing that she is the most important thing, and that I probably need to not do this to Geralt.
yeah, definitely she needs to like, not only like, I don't need to do I don't want to do this to Geralt, but also I was like, I don't want to do this to another little girl, because I think she knew what happened to her, and she's like, I don't want to repeat the cycle, stuff like that. So I really like Yen this season. I mean, last season I really loved her. This season, she's a
Yin was
very
sexy
different
last
character.
season. This season, she's like more, more in depth, like a more of a person.
Yeah, yeah,
Not just this thing, but she's like this entity. She's a full person, warts and all, bad, good, but she feels. She's
yeah,
not just looking for power; she's looking for more connection, and that connection is what you really fall in love with her.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think she's a great actress. I forgot whatever her name is. Um, she really is. Anna Klator. Well, I don't know.
I don't know how to say her
Pronounce her name.
last name. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
let you go ahead and
but
butcher that.
she's been a great actress as Yen. I love her. She's just badass. The first season she was just like kicking ass and taking names, and this season she's more like you said, it's getting to know her, like in
Yep.
depth kind of stuff. So I'm enjoying that. But dude, the best part of this entire episode is Fringilla. She stole this episode with what she
I
did.
gotta agree.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
her and the elves, and oh my
Oh
gosh,
man, holy crap! So Fringilla goes back to her uncle, who's part of the council of all the mages and stuff, and gets advice, I guess, from him. And I forgot what he tells her, but he just is like, like do what's best, kind of thing. You know what's right. So
but he's like,
so
you're supposed to be part of this Nilfgaard. You Sodom, whatever. You're about to kill all of us. You're trying to kill all of us. And
yeah,
she's like,
yeah,
hey, no, blood is thicker than all this other crap. You need to realize that, uncle. And that was awesome, and basically gives her some good advice.
yeah, yeah. It really does. And I think she takes it to the extreme for
Yeah.
sure. Because holy shit, I did not see that coming. So the next scene is all the generals and oh, what was it? Sapphire? What's his name? Sapphire?
All the ones that be giving her a hard time for all these
Yeah.
last
While the king is gone, or not the king, but
emperor.
the guy in charge of the army
Yeah.
was
What's his name?
gone. Is it like
Kahir.
Kahir? Yeah.
Yeah. So while Kahir was going, all the people that are giving her a hard time, uh, she paralyzes everybody temporarily.
Yeah.
And she just goes to town, John Wick style, on every single one of them. It was like
Oh,
it
good.
killed a person with a pencil. A pencil. That's what she did. she taking people's eyes, oh, right through the ears. I mean, it was vicious.
And she does it
Slow
so
death.
slow. So like she stabs them in the temple or in the eye, like slits their
I
one
want you
throat,
to
I think.
feel all this. And they're
Oh
paralyzed.
man.
They can't do anything. And what's awesome is also that Kahir is watching her do that.
Uh-huh.
And she gets to Kahir and she's like, you better tell them how important I am, and how much you needed me and how much I did over here, or you're
Yeah.
next. Like,
Yeah.
damn, I see you, Fringilla.
Yeah. Oh man, that was like hardcore hardcore, man, because like I'm looking at it right now. It's like stab somebody in the neck and in the temple, and oh man, I was like, damn,
The
she
one through
is
the eye was like he's looking at it. She's just,
yeah, oh,
oh god.
it's I did not expect that from her. I did not expect that from her. And I'm like, is she gonna kill him? But then she obviously doesn't kill Sapphire.
Kahir, but Kahir.
Kahir. Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't kill him, but oh man, you like I think at that point he's like, okay, I can't fuck with her. Or at
Yeah,
least at the very least, I can't trust her.
I think
Like
he's
he
more
thought he
like
could.
that. I mean, that'd make her my partner before she kills me too.
Hmm.
He was like, I got to do something and keep her close because
Yeah,
I was that close to meeting my maker.
yeah,
And then when that's happening, the elves basically figured that they just gonna bounce.
yeah. That
Landro
was the
and
whole thing. Is like, we don't need you.
Francesca, it's like, yeah, well, hey, we can make this. We make babies. We can do all this stuff. We're gonna bounce. So this alliance is over. Whatever. But that's not
Yeah,
the last laugh.
yeah. Well, that's episode 8. We'll get into that in a second.
Ooh, boy.
Because this episode 7 ends with Yennefer and Ciri about to walk into was it Sintra?
Yeah,
And they're there. And Yennefer,
totally has to change her
that's when
mind.
she
Whatever.
100% like I can't, it's not worth, because she was gonna sacrifice Ciri to get her magic back. And she's like, it's not worth it. It's not worth putting you through this. It's not putting Geralt through this. And she kind of stops, but a little too late, because by then
Yeah,
Geralt
I'm sorry.
rose up and he's like, I'm gonna kill you. He's pissed, dude. He's so pissed.
He straight up looked at her like, I love you and I'm going to kill you. Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
I thought that was unbelievable.
Yeah. They have this thing where Ciri and Yennefer, like, they touch and they're like reading each other's minds kind of thing. And I thought that was kind of cool, because obviously that was from Ciri, but I think at that point Ciri's like, oh, you're gonna sacrifice me for your personal gain. And she kind of like did what a kid did, and like, I'll leave, but yeah. I was glad to see the change of heart, but it was a little too late, because Geralt, he come riding up like ready to crack some skulls.
He was like, I got all the elixirs. Y'all about to all die.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Because I think some sentry, which I don't get, like, that was one thing that got me, is like, so the guards at the tower saw them out there? Like, that's what I was like, and then they're guards that like show up and start fighting Geralt for some reason.
I know that. So that's what Geralt saw, was that Yen was going to sacrifice herself to make sure that Ciri got away. And that's probably the only reason why she didn't die.
Yeah. I mean, he had the sword to her throat. He's like, I'm going to kill you, bitch. So
I didn't blame him either. But actually, the end of this episode is when someone else dies by sword. It was the end of this episode.
the end of this episode?
Yep.
Who died at the end of this episode?
Well,
Oh shit, yeah. It's right at the end of this episode.
Yep.
Holy, so we'll save that for the end real quick. Before we get into that, so Yen tells Geralt why she was gonna do what she was gonna do, and Geralt was like, he goes, "That's impossible. She's in prison. What did you guys do?" So he had her teleport to the witch house.
Yep.
And by then, like,
She was already
the
out.
house gets up. I think it like stands up and it starts like doing shit, which is weird. So now it's like Geralt and her are there, you know, and Ciri is like on a whole nother side of whatever
Centra.
Area, say, by Centra. So now they're like shit, so he knew something was up. Yep. Yeah, so the witch is loose. So and he knows the witch is obviously gonna go after Ciri. So they have to kind of go find Ciri again, all that crazy stuff. So
where she
that was a cool ending.
Place. Where she's gonna head towards. She's gonna go towards
back to the Witcher hideout.
Yep. Wasn't Cara Morin, whatever. That's the safest place she knows. With the Witchers that she loves, that Ciri loves, and that's a big point. Ciri loves this stuff and loves these guys, and a lot of death.
But and at the end of this episode, Ciri gets possessed by the witch, by the three-headed witch, whatever lady. But that's not the big part of that we're talking about. So cut back to you want to tell them what?
So Francesca goes back, and the elver baby was murdered that night. Someone came and slit the baby's throat and killed the elf, the little baby.
The baby
murdered during the night. So now these guys, Francesca and was it Philandro, whatever, is just grief stricken. I mean, just unbelievable. I mean, this just consumes everything. There's no more. There's nothing. There's no alliance. There's nothing. Francesca is just route. She's gonna try to seek revenge, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's what the episode ends. They killed the baby that they've done all this waiting for. They killed it.
They killed the baby. I did not see that coming. I was like, damn, that's so like cold-blooded.
Yep. Who kills a baby?
So I know. And that was the thing. I was like, who's doing this? Like, who's the one doing this? I was like, damn. So, oh man. So you just want to go on to episode 8?
Yep, might as well. Let's finish this thing.
Finish it off. So episode 8, man. So this is the last episode of season 2, and man, this was
an epic.
This was a big one, So, do you want to get into? So we'll save the big finale towards the end.
Yeah.
But do you want to say what happens with Francesca and the elves? What they do? Since we're already kind of like,
So she is just Francesca is grief stricken basically, and she did a Prince of Egypt type spell. So she goes into Nilfgaard and basically does the spell, and they takes all the babies there, kills all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not Nilfgaard. It's where she goes. She go to the place that they thought that killed them.
Yeah, it was another town up north. I can't remember.
But yeah, one of the northern tribes, and she goes and she just basically kills every infant in the area. Unbelievable. Kills them all. They all die. You hear all the mothers. Redanian. This is a Redanian city.
Redania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they you just hear the mothers screaming and crying because she took all of them. Killed
all at once too.
At once. A mass just I don't know how to emphasize. It's just like I don't know, it was unbelievable that she killed all of them. That was
Yeah.
vicious.
It was kind of sad, you know, but like it was also like I get that she was just so mad, you know, and so like heartbroken. Oh man. But you just hear all the babies crying, and then like they had the symbols on the doors, and then she did what she did, and then
you
and
did,
then you just
and you hear the mother
oh
scream. It was
oh
horrible. My wife saw it and she was just like in tears. I was like,
yeah.
this is tough. You know,
Yeah, that's hardcore. That is super
all
hardcore.
the babies. It's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, shit. So yeah, so that's kind of like it ends there. They don't really do anything else about the elves after that. Because the main story is Siri being
Oh,
possessed, obviously.
yeah. And
And
she's
that
back
one's kind
there
of
with all
rough.
the witchers. And all the witchers, she's over there and they see Siri. But
Yeah.
it's not Siri, it's the deathless mother. It's that
There you
old
go.
witch,
That's his mother.
you know, and she's going around and just killing all the witches in their sleep. So it looks like Siri's going around to all her surrogate fathers or uncles, whatever, and just killing them all.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is super sad. Really, really sucks, man. I mean, and then she was about to kill Vesemir. Like
Vesemir.
Vesemir, and then that's when Geralt obviously walks in and saves him. But oh man, that was really sad. I was like, oh man, they're killing
All
all
those
these
people.
witchers.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
they're already only like 19, 18 of 12 of them. I don't know.
yeah,
And now there's like 6 because she
yeah,
killed at least half a dozen of them. And it was so sad to see. And then, so now Geralt, who is not just a Witcher, but he's like the main Witcher, and he's spent all his time killing these monsters. And now he's staring at his surrogate daughter, his baby, basically the one he's been about to kill Yin over. You know, the love of his life, about to kill her over this. And
yeah,
she just killed his family, basically.
yeah. That was super sad. It was also very like she was supposed to be the savior for the witchers. She has the blood to make more, and she wind up killing a bunch, you know, and it was very, very sad. Um, when it came to that part, but then also like Yennefer is like feels guilty still, you know, so she's trying to do whatever she can to help and stuff like that. So, and then they're hunting her, which there's some parts in this episode where I felt didn't kind of feel right. You know what I mean? So there's like, you know, especially with like Vesemir, you know, in it. But well, they hunt her down and this and that, and they do all
His
that, and
character
she's kind
arc
of like,
didn't make sense. His character arc, I mean, a lot of that stuff just didn't make
yeah,
sense with his character. You know, he
Vesemir,
yeah, Vesemir, he loved
yeah,
Siri, you know, just like he loved his guys. It just
yeah,
and he was so back and forth that he was so like he was ready to go kill Siri. And
yeah,
Geralt was able to convince him to not kill her and let's trap her. But he was just like the wind, like he was just blowing like the wind for a leader of the Witchers who, you know, lasted for thousands of years. He just was kind of like, yeah, I'll do this. Oh no, I'm gonna go do this. You know,
yeah,
it didn't make
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, that's how I felt. That's how I felt. It's like, oh, 1 minute you're gonna kill her, 1 minute we're gonna save her, 1 minute we're gonna protect her. It's like it's just constantly changing. And I was like, yeah, I was like, okay.
Mhm.
Well, then the whole time Siri is in her head, I guess, like trapped in a dream, you know, where she sees her parents, she sees her grandmother, and they're like in the ballroom and they're dancing and stuff like that. So the witch has her trapped in her
head.
yeah. So that was kind of going on. I was like, that was kind of cool, but it didn't really. It just kind of gave like what Siri was doing while she was being possessed.
That
But
instead she didn't know what she was doing either. It was just hard for
yeah,
her to try to figure out what the hell was going on.
yeah. But yeah, they all get back into like the main dining room area and the big tree in there. How did you feel like when she screamed and there was a monolith
in the
inside
tree.
the tree? Yeah. And even all the witches are like, what the
What?
F?
I
Like, no
thought
one knew.
I thought Geralt was gonna have to kill her. I
Ooh,
thought Geralt was gonna have to make a decision and have to kill her because there's nothing he could do to save her. There's nothing.
hmm
He could trap her in his body and kill her. But once
yeah.
again, Yin to the rescue. I mean, really, she stepped up.
Yeah, without any magic. Without any magic. She was
Just her knowledge. Just her knowledge.
yeah. Yeah, it just shows how much of a badass she is, you know. She even gave Geskier a rock or something, and it at the end it didn't even have any powers. It just had a meaning.
Yep.
And she
Just
knew
give it to Geralt, and that's all that
he'll
he needs to
know.
see. Yep.
And I'm like, that's crazy. I was like, oh, it's a magic rock. It was like, no, it just has a meaning behind the rock.
It's
And I was
so
like, that's
weird
cool.
for someone who says that he tricked her into falling in love and all that stuff. You know him that well.
Yeah.
You really know him, and that's
Yeah.
obvious that she was just afraid of herself, afraid of what could be with him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, oh yeah. Well, she screams. So the possessed series screams, and she makes a portal out of the monolith shards, I guess. And these two new monsters walk through that no one's seen before. These witchers are like, what the hell are these?
What are we gonna do with this?
And I don't know about you, they look like velociraptors from Jurassic Park. Right?
They do.
And I don't know if that was meant on purpose. You know, it's like, but they looked a lot like raptors, which was kind of funny, you know. And then they killed a bunch more witchers.
And they killed them more witchers, and I was like, oh my god! But once again, took Geralt. Why is he so much better than all the rest of them? I just don't understand.
I think he still has more. I think he still has morals. Like, I think everyone else kind of cut ties with their feelings, and I think he still has a lot of feelings.
That's what makes him stronger, so much smarter.
Maybe.
I mean, knowing how to kill, and just seems like he's not fazed by all the stuff that's going on. He's not fazed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got this. Don't worry about it. And he's smart. So, and that little thing that the Yin gives Geralt basically helps him figure out that she's feeding on the hate. She's feeding on all that, and he was able to get her to make a plan and figure out how to save Ciri. Just that little rock. Once again, Yin being a badass.
Yeah, I mean, even more so, she really. If the last episode was her like betraying Geralt, this episode was 100% her fixing that.
Yep.
You know, because she literally sacrifices herself. Yeah.
She thought she was gonna die. She was like, look, I will draw her deathless mother into me. And if you gotta kill me,
then kill me. You know, so
we'll save Ciri. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. You know, and it's like, I'm like, damn, I'm like, I think that's when it kind of becomes more of like motherly kind of thing too, you know, like definitely by the end of this episode, there's a big thing like parents and kids and protecting their kids and this and that. But when the what was the witch's name?
The Deathless Mother.
Deathless Mother.
Yeah. So
when she goes into Yennefer, I did not expect that to really happen. I'm trying to go. She goes into her, and then they teleport into another world,
Yeah.
which freaked me out because I'm like, what is going on? It's all red. But then the Deathless Mother leaves Yennefer and just kind of goes off, So I was like, okay, so she's gone.
Was that because Jennifer cut her wrist?
I don't know. I don't know. I think when the Deathless Mother went into Yennefer, it healed her, so like her wrists weren't healing anymore. I think they went into the world where the Deathless Mother is from, because she kind of got turned into one of the riders, right, on this like horses that we saw riding.
She her only goal was to get home. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
They said the Deathless Mother only wanted to get home. That was her only goal.
Yeah. Yeah, and she like joined the hunt or something like that. So, and then we find out that that's the Wild Hunt, which is which makes me want to play Witcher 3, the video game, because it's called Wild Hunt. And after this episode, I that's when I started watching more videos on the book. Like, I'm like, what is the Wild Hunt? What is going on here? And holy shit, man. I don't know if you want to go down that route. There is so much story that they can get into that I don't know if they're going to, and how far down the rabbit hole they're going to go with it, because it is deep. Holy crap.
They only have what's called for one more season.
I mean, they can take this on for like 10 seasons easily. I mean, there's so much. Holy crap, there's so much. And I don't know, because they're already changing so much of the book. I don't know how much they're going to keep true to it, if they're going to maybe tweak things so it's not as complicated. Because books, you can make things crazy complicated. In movies,
once you got someone drawn in, it's over. You can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah. But it's a little different with TV. I feel like you can't make it too complicated with so many side stories and stuff like that. So
and then you got it, because then you at the end, because it's too complicated and no one understands what the hell's going on.
Yeah, exactly. But it was cool. I thought that was like seeing these badass guys with all the armor on the horses and shit. I'm like, oh, what's going on?
Were you surprised that they just let the Deathless Mother, whatever, just go, and they went back through the portal?
Not really, because I think it became a bigger threat. It was like, oh, you're just the tip of the iceberg, and now we're getting a quick look at of what really is going to happen. And I think like the Deathless Mother was like, yeah. So it's gonna be super, super interesting where they're gonna go with it. Now that I know some more backstory.
I hope they don't take another year.
No, I read they're gonna start filming this month.
Really?
They're gonna start shooting this month, is what I read, which is super awesome. So hopefully we can maybe get it, by the end of the year.
I'll be happy if December came out. November, December, I'll be so happy.
Yeah.
But we do have to make sure that everyone knows that Yennefer did get her powers back from this. And
she did it.
She did get her powers back. So at the end, Yen gets her powers back, and now she's back to being that mage, but now she has a heart. And now she has Geralt. And now she has like a surrogate daughter too. That has the worst future ever.
Yeah. I think with her, they're gonna definitely go the route of, you can destroy the world or you can help rebuild it. And what people tend to see is her destroying the world, and that's why everyone's freaking out. Like was it
Triss and
Trish. Trish saw like her destroying the world. So but I thought that was
stuff, and
Nilfgaard, we'll get into that in a minute, because the Nilfgaard is,
I love that so much. So it's so crazy right now. I don't know where they're gonna go with it, and I'm literally don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So the elves, I think they're getting ready for like a war. So they're gonna go back to Nilfgaard, I think, and they're gonna F stuff up. And then that's right. And then Istrid winds up going to at the end of the episode, winds up going to the elves and telling them who Ciri is. So now the elves know who Ciri is because Istrid told them who she is and how important she is to them, right? So Nilfgaard, we'll get into Nilfgaard for a second.
No, Nilfgaard, that's the last thing we want to talk about because that was
yeah.
Boom.
Yes. Oh my God. But then the mages, the Council of Mages, they want to kill Ciri because she's too
powerful, too much chaos, and she will defeat everything with her magic. Her magic is too much.
Yeah. So they want her gone. They want to kill her. The elves want to use her to rebuild the elves. Like she just wants to live her life.
The Witchers need her to
make more
Witchers. And really, I mean, she's left right now because what happened in her dream world is she left her mother and father for Geralt, which was huge. She had a chance to stay with her mother and father and live her life like that, and she chose Geralt over that. So she basically chose Geralt as her father, Yennefer as her surrogate mother, whatever. Jaskier as her little goofy uncle, whatever. And that family was more important, and that's the one she chose.
Yeah.
And then we go to Nilfgaard.
Oh, where the Emperor shows up. The Emperor finally shows up, and
Francesca's first trying to take credit. She's trying to take credit for killing the elf, the baby elf.
Yeah, Fringilla.
Yeah.
Fringilla, which was like, which is super messed up. He's like, oh yeah, we did that on purpose. And then the Emperor is like, oh really? Like, you're full of shit.
Actually, I did that.
Yeah.
Take these to whatever, the stocks, whatever you want to say.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, oh man, I don't you say it because I don't even
No. I want you to say this was this thing. I don't know. This was huge.
Hey, I think so, Mark. Oh, it was so huge. So I guess in the books, it's not, they don't tell that until like way later, from what I understand from watching videos. So he gets up there, he turns around, and it winds up being Ciri's dad.
Father the entire time.
Actual dad. And
that's why he knew. That's how Nilfgaard knew about Ciri before anything else was going on. This is why they attacked everything. This is why they knew all the secret passages of the kingdom too. This is why her grandmother is dead, is because he had all the inside information. He knew everything, and it all came from him.
Yeah, he knew how to beat the lioness, like the grandmother. Like he knew how to beat her, and it brings up so many more questions, because it was like, all right, so what happened between the grandmother and her daughter and the husband, her, Ciri's mom and dad. And it was like so many more questions, and I just want to know what's going on. It's like, it's really really interesting.
Ciri had that dream world, but now she's going to really make that same choice about her biological father and Geralt, who is her child surprise, protector / father / this. She has a whole family with them, basically, because Vesemir is her grandfather. Geralt is her father. You got Yen, his mother. You got Jaskier, his uncle. Even the dwarves. They all love her, and they are all part of this family that she's created. But now she is deal with her creative family and her blood family. And how does she deal with blood being thicker than all the other stuff? And that's huge.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know yet. I didn't want to ruin any surprises or anything, so I kind of stopped watching. I don't know if her dad's a good guy or a bad guy. I don't know if he did something, if the grandmother did something.
Because she hates elves because she's part elf. Who knows?
Yeah.
Or
So
did the grandmother have her daughter killed and steal the baby?
Yeah.
Did she start all this? I have no idea.
Yeah, because remember they died like on a boat ride or something. They were traveling somewhere, the mom and dad, and then they were told like they died, so they were killed. So, oh man, I'm so excited on where it's gonna go, like legit where it's gonna go. Oh man, yeah.
Thanks for liking.
Yeah, thank you. Omar liked it too. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Omar. Man, whew. This is such a huge thing.
Yeah,
and then you get the northern leaders about to go to war too, and this is just so much. I don't know.
So overall, how would you rate The Witcher?
The Witcher is shows I've watched. Not including Marvel. It's my favorite non-Marvel show I've watched so far. It is my favorite non-Marvel. I mean, just the action was good. It made sense. I enjoyed it. I understand people that like read the books that might not enjoy it as not exactly like the books, but it made sense, and I enjoy all the characters, and even Siri, who's a little bit of a prima donna, a little bit of a spoiled little brat. It still makes sense, you know. And as she's growing up, I'm enjoying her more too. And I think her character arc is going to be legendary.
Yeah, I think she's definitely gonna have a really, really good arc, and I think it's going to be a lot of ups and downs. I feel like because she is a kid, so she's gonna have normal kid kind of stuff where they're not thinking fully. They don't think of the consequences.
Stage. If he's her dad, she's gonna have a rebellious stage. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Every dad knows that.
Yeah, so that's gonna be super, super fun to watch. Like, I'm glad they started shooting, or they're gonna start shooting soon, and hopefully we get it a lot sooner than later. I want another season this year. I don't want to wait till 2023.
I think we deserve that, especially after waiting 2 years. I think we deserve this.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people with the books, like you said, were kind of like, it sucks, but I like it, man. I like it. It's a lot of fun. Good story, I think.
It's a binge-worthy show. This is something like you start watching on a Friday. You're going to finish it before Sunday comes up.
Yeah,
and these are hour-long. These are hour-long shows, man. These are good. Oh my god.
Yeah. That's what me and my girlfriend did. We started and then couldn't stop. We literally couldn't stop.
So in 6 days, I watched both seasons again. So I watched all season 1 again, and I watched season 2 all in 6 days. It was crazy. I couldn't help it. I needed more. I just kept on going. Like I'll wake up in the morning, like, all right, I got 52 minutes. Let me go play.
Yeah, and I'm sure when season 3 comes out, we're gonna have to watch like season 1, season 2, and then 3. Season 3. Because it was just so well done. So well done. I think Netflix had a pretty good like video. I think it was on YouTube. I forgot where I saw it, but it was like they did the entire first season in like 20 minutes. And I was like, that was a pretty good summary in 20 minutes for 8 hours of material.
I like the 8 hours. I want all 8.
I like the details. So so I know we're supposed to talk about Cobra Kai.
I think we're going to go ahead and just do all of it. Let's do it all next week. all
Yeah,
Cobra
that's
Kai.
what I figured because we kind of went long with a lot of these episodes. But so The Witcher, how would you rate it?
That's a super
Oh,
now.
now,
Super now. Every episode was, it just kept on going and building, and you could see it build into this epic conclusion, this finale, and it did not disappoint. Even when I was sad and I wanted more from it, it didn't disappoint me at all. And that's a great. It was a great show. I'm very happy I was watching it.
Yeah. There's some parts when she got possessed where I'm like, oh, is this what it's gonna be? You know, I thought season 3 was all gonna be like them chasing after this possessed kid, and then that didn't happen. And then when she sacrificed herself, I'm like, oh, now she's gonna be the main bad guy for season 3. That didn't happen.
I was so hoping Yin was gonna be. I was like, please don't let Yin be the bad guy for next season 3.
I was like, don't do it. And I really, really like that they kind of like had a nice little roller coaster of everything, and the way it ended with them showing the hunt and stuff like that at the end was so good. So that was like the ultimate teaser. Was just this random cool looking scene, and even Geralt's like, what's going on? They're all like confused. These like horses are coming right at them, and they just get teleported back, and it was just like, what? Like what? So
dude, their destiny is
can't
something
wait.
else. Their destiny is going to be crazy.
Yeah, I cannot wait. It's good. I think it's not going to be like the book, but I think it's going to live up to its own story. I think it's definitely going to have its own, adaptation of the book, and
agree.
do its own thing. I think it's going to be pretty good. So definitely binge worthy.
What I don't say about Netflix shows a lot is I feel like this is rewatchable.
Yeah,
I can rewatch this multiple times and enjoy it. That's what I think is a really good series. I mean, I'm excited to see it again. I might just if I ever get sick, if I ever get the vid, probably watch The Witcher. That's just what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I was watching some of the past I was watching a lot of videos about The Witcher. So I wasn't watching the actual show itself. I was watching like people talk about it, react to it, about comparing it to the books and stuff like that. Because this just pulled me in some more. I was like, I want more. And I didn't know how much more there is. And that's what got me. I was like,
I might
wow.
go back into watching video games, playing video games again. Like I might
I really want. I have the Witcher 3 game, and I'm like, shit, I really want to play it. I really want to play it. So maybe I might do might start the Witcher, but oh man, so where are we at? So yeah, we've been going for a while. So next week we'll just do all of Cobra Kai. We'll just break it all down. I think that'll be easier, for something like that, and we'll just talk about the whole thing. And then the next episode of Boba Fett, and I think, was it Peacemaker?
Peacemaker, they said.
When does that come out? Is it tomorrow or?
It's not
tomorrow.
Saturday. On Friday, but
this is
which would still be the 15th. It's coming up the 15th.
The 15th?
Yeah, that's what I see. Episode 1, okay. 15th at 9:15 p.m. Central.
Okay. So what we'll do probably is because they're doing episode 1, 2, and 3. They're releasing all together at once, and then so we'll probably do we'll do episode 1, 2, and 3 review, and then we'll do weekly, because after that they do weekly releases.
I wish they would do that all the time. I'll just do 1, 2, and 3. Just get you hooked.
Yeah.
And then by the time you
3's a lot.
You're like get the extra episode, that next episode. Saying I need it.
Yeah, 3 is a lot. I think for the first 2 is good, but first 3, I'll take it. So I'm excited. That's gonna be pretty fun. So and then after that, we'll just start talking about whatever else happens. Yeah, I'm sure the boys They announced The
I'm
Boys is
so
coming
happy
out
that's coming
in
out.
June.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
so we're definitely talking about that. Yeah, and a bunch of other stuff is starting to come out too. So yeah, we're not going to be short on content.
I was surprised that they actually pushed back Miss Marvel, but we'll see what happens. Whatever.
Yeah, it's still weird with COVID. Everything's starting to get pushed back. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll. I'm not too upset about it. I don't know. We'll see.
Everything's been pushed back. Morbius, which might be a good thing. So I mean, just all these things might be good. It might be okay to push it back just because we get a lot more content that we really want. And right now, can't go to school. They alone go to the movie theater. So, unless you're going to see Spider-Man, then you need to go to school.
Yeah,
you need to do that.
Which I really want to see Spider-Man again, but
soon enough.
Yeah. Well, Eternals came out on Disney Plus, so you go watch that.
Try.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking about the next couple of weeks. Is finishing Boba Fett, starting Peacemaker, and then next week we'll do one whole thing about Cobra Kai. Oh, because I can't wait. I can't wait. Season 5.
So funny. 2, 3, and 4 was so good that I was like, okay, I want to enjoy this 5, 6, 7. I want to enjoy all these here. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah. The last three were really good. Well, the last 2 were the cherry on top, but oh man, so good. It's so good on how they're like, this is how you take something old and reinvent it and make it good still.
Yep, I agree. Even though I didn't know they were in Vietnam together.
Originally. Yeah, I think they said that last season, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, but Cobra Kai's would release said that. But I didn't think that, was it Creasy was in whatever what they were
Silver.
Actually, I didn't know they were that close in age until I saw it last season. I was so confused. But whatever.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Yeah, I can't wait.
I want to start talking about that. Then next thing you know, we're going. No, we're about to end. Yeah. Nope.
No, because I want to talk about a lot of stuff with you, because there's man, it was really good. Because my girlfriend's like, it's so stupid. It is. It's so silly. It's so over the top. It's so silly.
I don't even want to say it because now you almost caught me. I almost want to say, but when he did this,
yeah,
you almost caught me. So now,
yeah,
let's wait.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. Anything else before we close it out?
No, I'm just ready. I'm ready for all this information. I'm waiting for us to finally get some more clear answers. For Boba Fett, clear answers for what's going to happen with Marvel a lot this year. So it's great.
Yeah. So the live one, I didn't really set everything up as I usually do. So we probably didn't get a lot of viewers because I didn't do everything right. But it's all right. But I'm gonna edit this up and stuff like that. So right now we're sitting at 60 subs. I really my goal for the channel is to hit 100 by the end of February. It's asking a lot. That's asking a lot, but I think we could do it. That's 40 more subs in a month and a half.
Yeah, I think that's doable.
So, and it's just sharing. So if anybody liking the stream, make sure you share it. Let people know to go check us out on YouTube, stuff like that. And then at 100, we'll probably do a good giveaway. We'll do something good. We'll do a really good giveaway. It'll be fun. So
we'll do something like
so make sure
big, like one of those box sets. That's what I want to do. Do a box set giveaway.
A box set giveaway. That'd be cool. We get something cool like that. But all the links for all the different Nerd Huddle stuff in the description. Come and join our Discord. You know, we'll start talking some movie spoilers and all that good stuff over on Discord. But yeah, if not, check us here on Monday where we do our movie review, and then Wednesday when we do our TV theory review and stuff like that. So all right. So hopefully Monday I feel a lot better.
You look
and we get
pinker
back
already.
into
So
it.
you look better already.
Yeah, it's just a filter on the on the camera.
That's awesome.
I'm still like super pale right now. But cool, man. All right, man. Let's get out of here. Where we at? All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
See you
guys. I
later.
appreciate you watching.